Welcome to Quantum Finance. My name is Parker. I'm the head trader here, but I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. So in today's video, we'll take a look at the economic calendar, we'll go over some news, then we'll do our market recap and market analysis. So starting here, looking at the economic calendar, today we did get a short-term energy outlook, and tomorrow, Wednesday, May 10th, we get the inflation data drop. At 8:30, we get core CPI and CPI, and then at 10:30 we do get some crude oil inventories. So now we can look at some news. So these are the current market expectations for the path of the federal funds rate. So it's looking like June and July the market's pricing in a pause, and then in September it's pricing in a 25 basis point cut, which would be very interesting to see if we do start getting cuts this year. And we also have that inflation is no longer the single most important problem for small businesses. It is now the quality of labor. And here we have 45% of millennials now have more credit card debt than savings, and 44% of adults who are aged 43 to 58 have more credit card debt than savings. And an overall record 36% of adults in the US have more credit card debt than savings. And here we have the number of consecutive months of non-farm payrolls beats. As you can see here, this line that just goes parabolic straight up. To be honest, like we all know that a lot of the data that comes out of the Fed and the administration, a lot of it's fake, just to make them look better. But this is just kind of, this is kind of absurd. And here we have the combined monetary printing by the Fed, ECB, and the Bank of Japan, running up to $9 trillion in 3 years. And we also have the U.S. sending an additional $1.2 billion in military aid to Ukraine. We also have Goldman Sachs, Microsoft, Deloitte, and other partners to launch a blockchain network. And we have an ex-Coinbase manager sentenced to 2 years in prison for insider trading. And we also have the Pakistani's former prime minister arrested. So now we can do our market recap here. Starting in the debt market, we have the U.S. 10-year yield getting a green day today after wicking off that midline here and after breaking through that midline yesterday, making its way up here towards the middle of this weekly range. Looking at the dollar, we do have a green day here, and the dollar getting a wick up through that midline here. Kind of looks like it's maybe wanting to form some type of bottoming structure here on the weekly chart. Turning to the stock market, slight red day here in the stock market, getting kind of close to that midline here. Red here on the week. Looking at cryptos, we do have a red day here in Bitcoin. Not much action, just sitting down here at the lower end of this daily range. After that, pretty big red day we got yesterday. I do want to point out we do have this midline here on the weekly chart starting to get up above these previous levels of resistance here at around this 25,000 level. So now we can look at XRP. XRP, red day here in XRP, sitting below this lower extreme here after getting a big sell-off yesterday. Getting down through that midline here, but getting a wick kind of off these opening closes back here from January. Now we can turn to commodities. We have oil getting a big green day here in oil. Continuation to the upside after 3 big green days here in a row after we did get that massive sell-off here, making its way back up here towards this midline here on the daily chart. Looking at gold, we do have a green day here in gold, making its way back up here towards the upper end of this daily range. Silver, green day here in silver too after pulling back and wicking off, this kind of midline area a couple days ago. Still just sitting up here. So now we can do our market analysis here. We'll start on our daily chart, look at our volume. Another super low volume day today, like yesterday. I know I didn't make a video yesterday, I was sick, but as you can see, yesterday and today, extremely low volume compared to what we've been getting ahead of this inflation data that we get tomorrow. So now we can look at the 3-minute. So this was yesterday, as you can see, pretty choppy, just, sideways most of the day. So this morning we did have a big gap down, as you can see, and then we just chopped sideways for most of the day. We can zoom out here a little bit, look at the 15-minute. As you can see here on the 15-minute, we did have our gap down here with the squeezing to the downside for our gap down. As you see, squeezing below this lower trend line here, kind of pushing back up to it here in the morning, and then, getting our chop sideways, running into this upper extreme here at about 2 o'clock, and then really just kind of selling into the close, running into this lower extreme here. We can look at the VIX and the NASDAQ. VIX, pretty small day, not too much action here. You know, just kind of selling off at the open, and then through halfway through the day recovering and getting a bounce here. Looking at the Nasdaq, as you can see, not too much action here on the Nasdaq either, just getting its gap down and then just kind of pulling into these levels here from Friday and just kind of holding that low. So now we can talk about some trades here. I want to pull up that trend line. So this was that trend line we had. So there was like a couple good trades today that I liked. There was one here, this breakdown through VWAP. I did like this for a short play here for put options. As you can see, before I moved, you know, just kind of down to these wicks here. I wasn't expecting too much downside, mainly because the MACD was, you know, getting tighter together, and the, you know, momentum was up here. But I didn't like any other shorts before that because the momentum was bullish here, and the only downward momentum we got was this 11:30 2-hour candle. So as you can see here, we got our 11:30 open up right here, and then that's why I didn't like shorts through here, because, you know, the momentum was bullish on the 2-hour. But when we did get bearish momentum here on the 2-hour, I did like this for a short scalp here to the downside. Wasn't looking for too much, just like a quick move down here to maybe retest these wicks. And there was also another trade here, as you can see, getting back above VWAP, holding VWAP. If you look at the 15-minute, as you can see, getting a MACD cross to the upside here at about 115. And 115 was about right here. So yeah, this was a nice play for call option, just, you know, for a retest of these highs, or for a play up to that upper extreme here on the 15-minute chart. So yeah, some decent moves today. You know, choppy days, you know, looking for puts and call options today just to take advantage of this kind of chop we got today. But yeah, pretty small volume, pretty small day today, like yesterday, really low volume ahead of this inflation data we get tomorrow. So that should be exciting. Maybe we'll get a vol spike here and a good bit of volatility tomorrow. But yeah, that'll do it for the video. Appreciate y'all watching, and I will talk to y'all later.